Welcome to the video. My name is Rachel. I think the reptilians definitely control this world, and there's a lot of symbolism and a lot of subliminal messages with all kinds of actors and celebrities, entertainers, in the music industry, in the media. The banking system is a fraud and a scam. The college system we live in is a fraud and a scam. The schooling system we have is a fraud and a scam, because you shouldn't have to sit in class that long and listen to the boringest stuff ever about something you're never going to use. I mean, you were not going to use it that much probably on a lot of stuff. The reptilians, they want to suck the energy from your soul. I do not think that the reptilians can actually suck your actual soul. They could take the energy from it. And I think they can erase your memory somehow. And I think they erase our memory on the moon. And when you die, when you see the white light in the tunnel, that if it feels like it's pulling you in and it feels like it's a tunnel, that's from the moon. And I feel like the light coming from the moon, that's coming from the inside of the moon. Maybe, possibly. But I think when you die and you get sucked up into this white light in this machine on the moon, the reptilians, they trick you and they make themselves look like an angel. That way you're not scared of them. And then they ask you if you want to review your life. And when you do that, that's a soul contract. And when you do a soul contract, they erase the memory from you. And I don't even think they really review your life. You know why? They don't care about your life. They don't care. All they care about is taking the energy from your soul so they can get high from your energy. They get high from your energy, especially when they eat actual live kids and probably babies. I think the younger it is, the more they want to eat it. Ooh, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you my thoughts and opinions about the reptilians. There is a little tiny owl on the $1 bill, and that owl represents the devil. And every year in the Bohemian Grove, in some part in California, the elite members of the Illuminati or of the reptilians, they go to this ritual, and I think they probably do actually kill a live person and possibly eat it or drink its blood. I don't know if that is really true, but I think that probably is true. Probably. Because I'm pretty sure you can all agree with me, there is something not right about the system we live in. Something demonic is controlling this whole world just because so they can get high from our energy. That's messed up. Our lives could be a utopian paradise society. We could have free energy. We could live off of our gardens. We are supposed to be living off of our greenhouses. We're not supposed to be eating meat. You're probably like, ew, why would you say that? I like to eat meat. Okay, go and watch a video of the animal dying, and the energy of its death is in its body, and you're eating the death of its energy. And besides that, the animal has already taken the life force energy of the earth. That's what your body really needs, is the life force energy of the earth. And my eyebrows are always so messed up, I think. I can't ever get them right. But anyways. Oh man, now I forgot what I was saying. I think 9/11 was done by the reptilians. I think the fluoride put in our water and our toothpaste is by the reptilians. Because they want us to suffer, and they want us really messed up in the head. Because they don't want us to survive. They just want to eat our soul and eat us and take over the world. For sure, for sure. I don't want to be eaten by the reptilians. No. I want to like get away from this planet. This planet is so heavily reptilian colonized, and they probably are living underneath the ground. And I think they send their half-breeds of them. Well, reptilians are already half-breeds because they come from the draconians. Let me say that again. The reptilians come from the draconians, and the draconians are very demonic looking. I hear the draconians, they have horns on their head, and they have wings on their back, and they have tails. The reptilians usually don't have a tail. They usually don't have horns on their head. Usually don't have wings. But a lot of times the reptilians do have the skin of the reptilian and the pupil slits of a reptilian, but they don't have the other characteristics like the draconians. So the draconians, I think, somehow, I don't know if they mated with people or if they made entities in like test tubes and made half-breeds of human and draconian, creating the reptilian. But then eventually the reptilians, after they were created with the draconians, that now the reptilians, they can mate with humans and create offsprings that are half reptilian and half human. But humans are already pretty much very reptilian, but we're not all the way reptilian. If we were all the way reptilian, wouldn't I have scales on my skin? And wouldn't I have slitted pupils? Exactly. So I'm like, me and you, we are part reptilian. Well, I think most of us are mainly human, but our skin sheds a lot like a reptilian. And two or three of my videos, the one, if you scroll down, the one that has everything's all blue, like a blue filter over it, I made like 2 videos with that one. One where I show the actual one that I did, and then one where I show it slowed down. You could see my pupils turned into slits, and my teeth were razor sharp, and even my head turned into 2 heads. Like, just scroll down. Maybe I'll try to make another video of it. But I had 2 heads. I wish I would have showed it longer. I didn't show it very long. I showed the other stuff long, but not that picture very long. But it's very interesting because it shows the 2 heads of me, right? Like, here's a head here and here's a head here, right? But I did not do that. I did not do that in my editing. It did that on its own. And I think it's because somehow I was able to tap into some type of paranormal thing with the computer, because reptilians are able to tap into electronic things. Not only reptilians, but I think other types of entities can also tap into electronic devices, kind of like possessing it or something like that, and doing weird, strange modifications to things that are really kind of unexplainable, because I think the internet, in a way that is kind of another dimension in itself, because there's so much information on the internet, and that's other dimensions kind of are like information in their own way, that you can't see it with the naked eye. They're kind of like energy that's in the air. Like, you can't see the radiation in the air, but yet I could feel the radiation from the cell phone towers and everything. I could feel the radiation all around me for the most of the time. Now, if I would put more of these orgonite things up, which I'm going to make more videos of me doing that, if I would make more of these orgonite things, that would probably help neutralize some of that radiation in the air. And I think humans we are definitely some type of experiment to these reptilians. That's what they see us as, a food source for them, an experiment. That's pretty messed up, right? I don't want to be no food source or experiment for the reptilians just so they can get high off of eating our energy. That's so messed up. But I seen an actual lady in Knoxville, Tennessee, where she had slitted pupils, and her eyes was sort of kind of like my eye color with the green, but you know how like my eyes has like the yellow, like hazel eyes, like a yellowish, brownish yellowish around the pupil. Well, hers was like totally green, and they had this slit on the pupil. And I asked her about it. I said, "Are those your real eyes?" And she said, "Yes, these are my real eyes. I was born like this." And she got all mad, like, eh. I was thinking, like, okay, I'm not trying to offend you. Why does it look thicker there? I wasn't trying to offend her, but her pupils was very interesting to look at. And her nose kind of felt, it had a reptilian vibe to her nose as well. Her nose looked slightly larger than what I thought it should look like on her. Like, it just, something seemed weird about her. And that was in Knoxville, Tennessee. And I actually thought her eyes looked pretty cool. They weren't scary to me, but I told this one guy named Enoch about her pupils, the slits in her pupils. And that's when he handed me one of David Icke's books, and he said, "I think you should read this book." And he said it with all seriousness. And then I read that whole book. For sure. I read the whole book. Now, I'm not going to say I remember every little detail from the book, but I get what David Icke is saying, and I understand what he's saying, and I could definitely feel it because I have a high amount of intuition. I'm a master number 11, master life path number 11, which goes by your birth date, but I could definitely tell I've got a lot of intuition, and maybe that's my purpose or my calling. Maybe I'm supposed to use my intuition about the weird stuff that's going on about the world and try to bring about a type of utopian heaven society to the world, because this world needs a lot of help. This world needs a lot of help. If these reptilians are eating people and consuming the energy from my soul on the moon, this world needs so much help. It's crazy. And pretty soon, I mean, more and more businesses are going to go out of business. So, if more places, not just like Toys R Us, a lot of other places, if they're going to go out of business, don't you think we all should be trying to create a whole new way of life to accommodate for the change of the way the world is? Yeah. We shouldn't be eating meat. Now, maybe the cavemen, they probably used to eat meat. But the reptilians, they know we're not supposed to eat it. They know it. But they're like, yeah, come eat at Arby's and eat this roast beef. Come eat this fried chicken. They just want us to eat a lot of meat because they want us to be jacked up. They want us to die quickly. I think if you eat meat, your cancer rate is going to go sky high. Your intestines are going to be effed. Your life expectancy is going to lower by eating meat. That's for sure. And, I mean, we don't have sharp teeth. We have teeth. Our teeth are for eating plants and veggies and fruits, not meat. And the way they treat the people that work at the meat places is terrible. And the reptilians know that. Do they care? No. They'd probably think it's funny. Why? Because the reptilians are cuckoo. The reptilians are bent on controlling the world just so they can, like, eat our energy and get high. Now that is some crazy bull. We need to all help save the world. And one way we could do it is by having off-grid houses so we don't have to use... We need to get off this system. This system is so evil. It's unbelievable. Our healthcare... I live in America, okay? Our healthcare system is terrible. You have to pay a lot of money for like almost anything you want to do. That's why I'm afraid to go to the doctor, because I'm afraid it's going to cost me like an arm and a leg. So I guess if I have an illness, I guess I'll just die. Isn't that great? It's great. Why do I have to live in freaking America? Just my luck, right? While the other places get the free healthcare. But guess who's probably paying for it? Probably us in America. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the reptilians probably see America as a place that they definitely probably don't care about. Why do you think here in America we've got the fluoride in our toothpaste and in our water? Probably from the reptilians. Because they're trying to poison us, but they're trying to do it sneaky behind our backs to where we don't realize what's going on. Unless if you're smart and you wake up and you're like, oh, snap. Maybe I should do something to save my life. Really? You think? We definitely should probably be saving our own lives. And if we can save our own lives, then we can save each other. So I have to save myself so I can save you. And how am I supposed to save? I'll just try to save myself and you, even though I have to struggle working at Walmart. Do you really think I want to work at Walmart? Who wants to work at Walmart? Like, who wants to work there? Ugh. I do it because my parents abandoned me on my grandma with no money. No nothing. Just a little bit of clothes. I had to leave my toys behind too, because I was afraid my mom was going to hurt me. Why are my parents so crazy to where they're evil and they don't give a fuck about me and they'll let me die? Probably the reptilians, because they make the system evil. The system is so corrupted. Just think about it. If you're like a kid, like 18 or something, well, I was like 15 or 16. No, I was like 14 or 15 when they had made me live with my grandma. But just imagine, like, if you're young around that age or something, or 18 even, and you have no money and your parents just drop you off to die. They didn't even call me to ask me if I was doing okay or nothing. My parents learned their evilness from the reptilians, and they probably don't even realize it, because the reptilians have such a grasp on this world. They brainwash us all into thinking the way they want us to think, to work a 9-to-5 job until we die with hardly nothing. They don't want us to have anything, no money or nothing. They just want us to work for some little peon thing that is like lame, doing stuff we don't even want to do. So now I have to struggle on YouTube and Walmart. Thanks, reptilians. Y'all are great. Just really great. And I think the gargoyles on top of the castles in Europe, those are there because it's trying to let you know about the reptilian lineage, descendants of the reptilians. I think the like kings and queens and stuff in Europe, I think that's the whole reason why they're kings and queens. Because their bloodline is from the reptilians. And the reptilians, thousands of years ago, which they still probably think the same thing, they think they're so godly because they've been here way longer than people. They think they're way stronger and smarter. Most of them are taller. I mean, they probably are smarter, but not really. Because if they were smarter, they would love the world and they would love the people and they would love trying to make the world like a utopian, happy place for everybody to live. If they were really that smart. They're kind of smart, but not when it comes to love. They're more just bent on world domination in an evil, genius, crazy way. And they know exactly how to manipulate our minds and make us be the way they want us to be, which we shouldn't have to be the way they want us to be. We should be able to be how we want to be, as long as we're not harming anybody, as long as we're being good. And if we would just help fund the Venus Project in Venus, Florida. And what's crazy, my tattoo right here, it's got the Venus symbol on it. Do you see it? Well, it's got a Venus symbol on it because my planet is, everybody's ruled by their own planet, supposedly, like when you were born, your birth date. And mine is ruled by Venus. And Venus is supposed to be a planet that gives you good communication skills. That's probably why I'm able to talk to you for 20 minutes now, because I'm ruled by Venus, so I have a decent amount of communication skills. At least halfway decent. At least decent enough to where I can at least talk to you. So, the Venus project is in Florida. In Venus, Florida. And I learned about it from this movie called Zeitgeist. And if you see this movie, if you haven't seen this movie, you should definitely see it. There's 3 of them. When I was downtown in Knoxville, Tennessee, there was a guy. He was giving out free CDs of this movie. And he said he wanted to have a revolution for the world, to change the world. And he was also giving out a pamphlet. And the pamphlet was talking about how we can help the world become a better place. And the Venus Project is pretty much just like living off-grid houses living in off-grid houses, but as in one big city. Well, I mean, a bunch of cities, maybe not one, maybe like lots of big cities, to where you live off-grid, to where you use renewable energy to power your house and your car. Like, we shouldn't even be using oil. Oil should be free. And the reptilians know that, but they want us to be poor, so they make us pay high amounts of money for all kinds of stuff, for our food, for our rent, for our electricity and our water. They make us just pay a lot of money for stuff that should be free. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking crazy. I wish I had a garden so badly, but the yard ain't my yard. See? We need our own. That's why we need the new cities, because I can't put a garden on something that's not mine, especially since I'm not going to be allowed to get permission to do it. So we just need to make new cities. Or if you have like a little tiny off-grid house, just live in like that off-grid house off your garden. It's pretty much what it is. Because even on the $20 bill, if you fold it up, you'll see it looks like the buildings are exploding, like the Twin Towers. And then it's got the little owl on the dollar bill, and the owl represents the devil, like the Bohemian Grove where they go to worship every year. And not worship, but they do the human sacrifice. But I mean, yeah, worship the devil. I don't worship the devil. No. The elite people from around the world, a lot of them do. Probably because they're forced to. I wouldn't doubt it, maybe. But I think a lot of them, the reptilians, do live under the ground. And they come up and they steal kids and bring them down and eat the kids. Like, what? Does like nobody care about this? Like, why would nobody want to care? Because the reptilians have us conditioned to not care. The reptilians don't want us to care about anything. All they want us to just care about working in a 9-to-5 job so we can have just barely enough money to barely be able to pay our bills. Really, they don't even want us to be able to pay our bills. They don't even want us to survive, period. It's a miracle that like you and I are even somehow surviving, because it is not easy to survive in this world, because the reptilians have made it very difficult for us to survive, because they're poisoning everything. The water with the fluoride, the chemtrails, the media, our schooling system is shit. Everything is just shit. That's why we need a new system. And the guy, Jackie Fresco, I think he died last year. He was like 100 and... He was either 100 or 101. I think he was 100 years old or something like that. And he did lots of things, like engineering type things. He had visions of cities we could build that could be like more utopian than the way our lives are now. All you really have to do is just give up eating meat and have a garden and help other people that need help. A lot of people need help. Millions of people need help, not just me. Look at my tiny little channel. I'm not making no money from my channel now. I have to get it all from Walmart until I can ever get it. If I can ever get over 1,000 subscribers, and then I'll be making just probably a tiny little bit of money. So I'm probably gonna have to work at Walmart for the rest of my life. Oh my gosh. The reptilians trying to suck the energy from my soul. But luckily, I have the soul of a dragon. I think I do. I have the soul of a dragon type thing, but I think I also have the soul of other things like a cat, because I was watching this one video of myself. Oh my god, that eyebrow looks way higher than that eyebrow. Oh my gosh. But anyways, I'll just keep talking. But when I was watching the video, right here, you know how like a cat is like this? It had a slit right there, like a cat. So I'm probably part cat. Maybe that's the reason why I'm good, is because I have probably a lot of that cat part in me. And that cat part, the cats are supposed to be like they're supposed to help the earth and help the people, help the world evolve. So I'm probably like part cat, part reptilian, part human, but I'm not like an evil being. I know we all have good and evil in us, but I'm mainly good. And I want good for the world and to help the world. So if we could all just like help the Venus Project, or if you could build a little tiny house, off-grid house, that would be great. Because the Venus Project definitely probably needs help, like funding and all kinds of stuff. But if I had millions of dollars, like $500 million, I would give it to the Venus Project. Not all of it. Like, I still need to try to survive. But I would just give most of it to them, because I feel like they could probably help save the world. Because this world needs a lot of saving from the reptilians. And the world needs a lot of healing, too. And I think the Zeitgeist movie has a very good point. Man, that eyebrow is thicker than the other eyebrow. Oh my gosh. But the Zeitgeist movie has a good point about... I think the military is also controlled by the reptilians, because I think one reason why we go into other countries and invade them is to take their resources. And if you ask most people, like, why does the military exist? What is the purpose of the military? Why? Why do we have military? And most people will say, it's to protect our borders and to protect us. Okay, if it's to protect us and our borders, why is most of our military all the way on the other side of the earth? We're on the other side of the earth fighting other people's wars and stuff, because we're not really even fighting other people's wars. We're mainly there to steal their resources, like their oil. Which we shouldn't even need in the first place, because oil should be free. And the reptilian demons know that. Like Tesla, he wanted us to have the free energy. But wasn't it like Thomas Edison, that he like took it away from him and made it to where we have to pay for electricity? It should be free. It definitely should be free. Because with how expensive it is to survive, we need as many like free things as we can get, if we would like this place to be a utopian society instead of like a prison society, which is pretty much like what our society is now, a type of prison society. So the reptilians can feast off of our energy. Oh joy. Don't you just want to be feasted off of? No? Wow, I've been talking for 30 minutes now, and I probably haven't even scratched the surface, barely, with the reptilians. and it's 30 minutes. Wow. My eyebrows, I can't get them to look right. But anyways, just try to hang in there. Don't kill yourself. Try to help the world become a better place, because this world needs a lot of saving. And what else would I like to say? There's probably some stuff, because I had already talked about this for like 40 minutes and I accidentally deleted it. So now I gotta think of what else do I need to say? I think instead of like when you die, instead of going into the light, into the moon, I think there's a portal inside your heart, possibly in the star inside of your heart. Somehow you're supposed to look inside of that star and teleport through yourself to where you want to go. And I think in the middle, inside of the earth, and there's probably also places like Telos and Mount Shasta and probably lots of other places where there's utopian societies where they live in peace and harmony and balance with the earth and each other, that you can probably like teleport yourself to one of those places and reincarnate back in one of those utopian societies. Or you could probably create your own heaven if you want, if you will. I think it mainly depends on what are you able to visualize. Whatever you visualize, supposedly when you die, that's what you're going to see when you die, is whatever you visualize. So if you don't start practicing now what you want to see when you die, what do you want to see when you die? You got to practice now. They don't teach you that. You got to practice now and visualize what do you want to see when you die. Because it's going to be whatever you think about. If you think about evil, demonic stuff, guess what you're going to see when you die? Evil, demonic stuff. That sounds bad, don't it? Yeah. That's why do you think I don't want to watch scary movies no more? Because if I do, evil entities are probably going to attach themselves to me. And I don't want evil entities to be attached to me. So I try not to watch scary stuff, even though I am fascinated and interested in learning about the reptilians. Not because I like that they're so evil. I don't like that. I'm just interested in knowing why, what are they, where do they come from? Like, probably the Draconian star system. I think they probably teleported here from the inside of the earth, because I think in the middle of the earth, I think there is some type of teleportation thing inside the earth, because I think in the middle of the earth is the earth's soul inside the earth, because I think the earth might possibly be like a giant being, almost like a giant human almost, and we are just but little tiny cells on a giant human being. And where's your soul on your body? Deep inside your body. So where's the soul of the earth? Deep inside of the earth. In the center of the earth is the earth's soul. And I think in the Aztec records, is that what it's called? In the center of the earth, where there's like any type of information you could ever want to know about the earth, I think is said to be inside the center of the earth. In the earth's memory and soul. Because we are all as one, and whatever we encounter in our life, that turns into a memory in the earth. That's what I think. I mean, if you want to see Jesus when you die, if you think about it hard enough, you can probably see it. But it could be the same with anything. If you want to see a bunch of flowers everywhere, you're probably going to see a bunch of flowers everywhere. Like you're in a field of flowers running through the field. It's whatever you're able to imagine. That's why why do you think they say imagination is power? Because your imagination literally is power. How do you think people are able to do telepathic things and telepathy? Their imagination. Because their imagination is power. That's not just a little weak saying. That's a for real saying. So just try to imagine good things for the earth. And I think we should create a lot of organite to help neutralize the bad energy on the planet. And I think we're definitely experiments to the reptilians. They know the cell phones and the Wi-Fi creates cancer. They know that. They don't care. We gotta figure out how to counter and block the evil stuff they throw at us. Like a lot of the stuff on the mainstream news is probably thought out, transcripted things that are fake, or they're just like paying attention to things that should not be paid attention to as much as other things that deserve more attention than the things they're giving attention to. So really in this world, we don't really know what's real, what's fake, because these reptilians have taken over this planet, and they have been on this planet for millions, possibly billions of years. Now I don't know if they created us or not, but I think we did used to look different. I don't think we used to be in these human bodies before the reptilians came around. I think we used to be in some type of light body, which we still are. Like if you astral project, we still have our light body, but I think we were not originally in these human forms. These human forms that we are in now are because these reptilians want to experience everything in the universe, and we are part of the reptilians' experience. And they just want to see how much we can take before we go crazy, see how much poison we can handle before we die, and see how much nonsense we'll listen to before we wake up. But hopefully I can help wake y'all up. I mean, you guys are probably already well aware of this stuff and probably already awake to this stuff. Maybe not, I don't know. But leave me your comments below and let me know what you think about the reptilians. Have you had any weird experiences? And what else? Maybe together we could help change the world, even though I know it seems like it's impossible. I know. But even though it seems impossible, that doesn't mean we should not try to help make this world a better place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if we would all just help the Venus Project, help fund it, help build the cities, a lot of these people like me that are poor, then we could go live in those cities eventually, hopefully, in this lifetime, and live off of our gardens. Now, the vegans or vegetarians or whatever, they'll probably have no trouble living in these places. But the people that eat meat, if you want to eat meat, well, you might as well just keep working your 9-to-5 job if you want to keep eating meat. Because we shouldn't even be eating it. So if you want to work your 9-to-5 job doing the same thing over and over, go ahead, while the other people live off the fruits and veggies of their garden and have free everything, free electricity, free water, free rent, free everything. Because heaven should not be a place that you can only have when you die. Heaven is supposed to be here and now, in this dimension, in this world, in our lives, right now. Not when we die. I mean, yeah, when we die too, but it should be also here now. And I'm all about trying to make this world a utopian type of paradise. And I feel like I am some type of leader. That I'm supposed to lead this whole world into a utopian society. Eat healthy. Exercise. Listen to your own intuition about things in life in general. I have a very high amount of intuition. I'm a life path number 11. And I'm ruled by Venus. So that means I'm supposed to use my channel is my gift It's a gift to me to be able to bring about heaven to this, to you, to this world. We need more renewable resources, help power and everything. Because they could just turn all of our energy off. If they turned all of our electricity off, how would we be able to function? Right, they have like total control over us, those dang reptilians. That's why we need to take our own control and create our own new system, because this system we live in, it is not healthy at all. It kind of functions, but it doesn't function very good. It's not good at all. Maybe for some like millionaires, maybe it seems good for them, but those people probably get attacked because they have like a lot of money. They probably get attacked by maybe reptilians. Because if you have like a shit ton of money, those reptilians is probably gonna notice, and they're probably gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta create a new system. A new system, get away from these reptilians. They just want to eat our energy so they can get high. I don't want that. Nah. Let me think for a minute. Let me go and think about what else I want to say before I end this video. Let me think. Let me think. Okay. Yes, and I do think the reptilians control us with subliminal messages through all kinds of different things, commercials, cartoons, all kinds of stuff. Just try to keep your third eye open. I don't think necessarily your third eye is evil. I mean, it can be evil. Because I think there's this one types of reptilians I was reading about. If you just look at them with one look, they say they have a third eye. I think it was Credo Mutwa he was talking about it. That there's this one type of reptilian that lives inside Africa, in the mountains, I think. He calls them the Chitahori. And when the Chitahori look at you, if you look them in the eye, you die instantly. And that's just with them using their third eye. But I think they're just using it for evil. I think if you open your third eye, you can have more telepathic abilities, and the reptilians know that, and they don't. That's why they put the fluoride in the water, because they don't want us to be able to use our telepathic abilities. They don't even want us to use our intuition or our brain, for that matter. They don't want us to use our brains at all. They want us to die. And I'm trying to get the world to see that, so we're not all just dying. We all have some type of purpose on this earth. Don't ever feel like you don't have a type of purpose. I think I know what my purpose is. It's to try to somehow help this world. I'm supposed to create a whole bunch of organite, and I'm supposed to show it to you, teach you about it, about crystals, good nutrition, anything that's good for you. I'm supposed to help teach that kind of stuff. Even though you will see me playing Terra and Elder Scrolls Online, because those games are just fun, but I will try to do other things too, to try to help raise the vibrational energy of this earth to a higher heavenly type utopian dimension, because that's what we all need right now. Because I don't think we want to suffer. Who wants to suffer? Raise your hand. I want to suffer. No, you don't want to suffer. I don't want to suffer. We all want happiness, and the system is not a happy place to live in. Nope. Unless you have millions of dollars. But most people are born in poverty because we think that's supposed to be a way of life. Being born poor is not supposed to be a way of life. That's why we might as well just get rid of it and just have gardens and the renewable resource house. So what else? What else should I say? I know I'm going to forget something, and I'll be like, dang it, I forgot something. But I could always talk about it in another video, right? If I forgot something now. I can always talk about it in another video. I can make 20 million videos of reptilians. But just help one another. We all need help. That should be good for right now. This is a 45-minute video. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this video is so long. This is going to take me 20 billion years to upload. Thank you for watching this video. I should probably go now because you're probably getting mad because it's so long. So I love you, and hopefully you love me too. And please push the like and subscribe buttons. Oh, yay! And I know I'm part reptilian, but I'm a good guy. I'm not the bad guy. I am good. And I'll try to sing for you more too. So you'll see me in another video soon. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. Thank you. Okay.